The ayes have it. Senator Rhiannon, then.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Acting Chair. I rise to take note of answers by Foreign Minister Senator Bob Carr to questions put by Senator Christine Milne. We heard some worrying responses from Senator Carr to a very clear question put by Senator Christine Milne about Australia's foreign aid program. And it certainly added fuel to growing concerns that Labor and the coalition parties are seeing the aid budget as easy fodder when it comes for looking for cuts. A very clear question was put about the all-important 0.7% of GNI going to our foreign aid program. And while the minister said that yes, that they supported 0.7%, what's the point in saying that when you refuse to give a year by which that we're aiming to achieve that? And that was deeply troubling and also surprising, considering today, and Senator Carr is well aware of it, there's more than 1,000 young people here working very hard to bring a message to all parliamentarians in this place about the importance of foreign aid, the importance of increasing the aid budget. And I do very warmly congratulate the Movement to End Poverty and the Oak Tree Foundation for the fantastic work that they have been doing in here, the road trips that they've engaged in, the work that they've done with communities across Australia in bringing awareness about this important issue. And it is disturbing how slow we are moving towards a 0.7% target for our overseas aid program, or even a 0.5% target. And it's just worth reminding ourselves how slow it is. And it's certainly what I picked up today in talking to many of those Oak Tree ambassadors, why they are so passionate about it, because the target was actually set in 1970 by the United Nations. It took 30 years before Australia signs on to the 0.7%. That was former Prime Minister John Howard. And meanwhile, well, we've dragged the chain, and right now you come to the conclusion that things are going backwards. We've seen other countries, many of them with serious economic problems, certainly issues, economic problems that Australia isn't facing, who are stepping up to the plate here. Ireland and Britain, for example, are committing to how they will get to the 0.7%, and already Norway, Sweden, Denmark and the Netherlands have met this target several years ago. So Australia is really down the bottom third of the OECD countries on this all-important issue. Now, at the 2010 election, both Labor and the Coalition had a commitment to increase aid to 0.5% of GNI by 2015. But now what we see is retreating from that commitment. At November 2011, all senators in this place signed on to, voted for a motion put by myself about committing to 0.5% by 2015, and how important that is to alleviating poverty and assisting people in low-income countries is so important. We got that through in November 2011, but again, backtracking since then. Now the Coalition has removed the timetable from its commitment altogether, which is very worrying. Labor has pushed out its commitment to increase aid to 0.5% by 1 year. So again, it brings us as a reminder that surely with all these people here working so hard, we should be doing the right thing. Another part of the question that Senator Milne put to Mr Carr concerns the issue of Australia's programs with regard to climate change action overseas. And there has been a real muddying of the waters here, with the government apparently doing the right thing with some programs, but actually robbing money from the aid budget to fund climate change programs. Now, these climate change programs are needed, but it should have been quarantined from the foreign aid budget, and it needs to be fully transparent and very open about what programs are being funded and where they're being funded from. Now, there is a very important organisation called the Alliance of Small Island Developing States, AOSIS as it's known. It's a non-government organisation of low-lying atolls and coastal countries. Now, they're working hard on the global warming issue. Now, yes, Australia should be giving them support. We clearly have a responsibility there, but it shouldn't be coming out of our aid budget. And this is something that Christine Milne has taken up very strongly. She said how they should be separating out climate finance faster and long-term from the aid budget, because what Australia has done is that it has put the aid budget and climate finance together, and so Australian people are told constantly that we are doing the right thing with their funding, with climate funding, plus the increase of the aid budget. But actually, if you separate them out, you'll see that we are not. So we have a real problem there, and this needs to be addressed.
Senator, your time has expired. The question is that the motion proposed by Senator Rhiannon be agreed to. Those of that opinion say aye. Those against, the ayes have it.